Well, nobody wants to hear about the horror stories. Whitney, I'm here to tell you
It's
about
the
how
truth, right?
I'm trying to build $1 billion syndication with other people's money, and you want me to tell a horror story? No, no, there's a lot of lessons in those, right? And I guess the first one was we had done we had a syndication that went bankrupt, and you might go, oh, that happens. How does that happen? And the underwriting on the project was phenomenal. The team was very good. You would think that how can a project with great numbers go under? But it really went under over ego of the partners suing each other. They got in a dispute. They started suing each other, and it had nothing to do with the deal after that. And the deal actually went under basically because one partner sabotaged the deal, so the other partner couldn't get it, and the one partner wanted to cut out the other partner. So a lot of times it's not something that you would think of, right? You would think of, well, it's the market, or it's the project, or it's the underwriting of the deal. It had nothing to do with any of that. In fact, the person or the outfit that bought it out of bankruptcy did very well, by the way. So it's unfortunate that you see that type of thing, and then it kind of snowballed, and then multiple projects started to go under after the first one goes under. So you can, the lesson there is know your partners, because it's like a marriage, right? Basically, this was a business divorce. So that is not as easy to predict, although a lot of your syndication documents can prevent that somewhat. So, and I like to see more skin in the game from some of the partners. If these folks had more skin in the game, maybe that wouldn't have happened. They would have resolved their issues. Because I think they were easy to resolve, but it happens. And then I had another one went under one time, was a land development project where great team, excellent track record, excellent background in commercial real estate, long history of projects, development experience. And this was the market. Actually, the market tanked for them. The project, the numbers were phenomenal. Everything was right. How we study data and markets before we go and invest. Primo area, primo data, primo market, everything. But the commercial real estate market took a hit, and they were having trouble. I don't know if you know, in development, where you need like 60% of the, these were commercial office condos, and you needed about 60% of the project to be sold or leased. Well, when there's no financing, guess what? We're in a finance-driven business, and it creates issues, right? So if no one is, expanding businesses, the economy's down like it was after the crash. These are just outside forces. Nobody's expanding their business. Nobody's leasing more space. Nobody's developing more ground. Banks are reluctant to lend. So you see it snowballs, and next thing you know, you're left holding land that you're paying taxes on, and eventually, it stops making sense, right? So, so I've been in some syndications for 10 plus years that were going nowhere, and it's not a lot of fun doing the accounting and K1s on something that's a loss every year or whatever. But I guess the biggest valuable lesson there is staying in communication with your investors, going the extra mile. I actually hired attorneys out of my own pocket, did a lot of different things to try to salvage deals. And then your investors know that. Your investors know that you go to bat for them. They know that you stay in communication, no good or bad or ugly, indifferent. It's all about communication. And a lot of syndicators don't do that. Things start going a little south or a little awry, and they stop communicating. Because I've been in those syndications as a passive investor. There are tons of communication until they get your money, and then after that, it's like you never hear from them again. So there's plenty of that goes on out there as well.